In the vast, endless reaches of space, amidst the stars, there exists a weapon, one of light, of power, of destiny. The lightsaber, more than just a tool for combat, is a reflection of the wielder's soul. Each color of the blade is tied to a story, a belief, a philosophy. Whether shining brightly in the hands of a hero or burning with the fury of a villain, the lightsaber cuts through history as one of the most iconic symbols in Star Wars. The color of a lightsaber is not merely aesthetic, it's a symbol of choice, a beacon of the wielder's connection to the Force. These blades of light tell stories of power, responsibility, hope, and downfall. They serve as an outward expression of the wielder's character, their journey, and their alignment in the ever-present battle between light and dark. Lightsabers are more than just weapons. They represent the internal struggles, philosophies, and destinies of their wielders. In this extended exploration, we will break down every known lightsaber color, what it represents, who wielded it, and the significant moments where each color shaped the course of galactic history. From the ancient Jedi to the rise of the Sith, the blades we will talk about have cut through the ages, shaping the very fabric of the galaxy. We will explore not only the iconic colors, but also lesser-known hues, their histories, and their deeper meanings. So, whether you're a Jedi, a Sith, or somewhere in between, grab your saber and join me as we explore what makes each color so powerful, so meaningful, and so enduring. It's time to ignite the Force within each of us.
Blue Lightsaber, the Guardian's Blade, 4 to 8. The blue lightsaber is the quintessential weapon of the Jedi, symbolizing the strength, bravery, and responsibility of those who protect the galaxy. It is primarily wielded by Jedi Guardians, warriors trained in the art of combat and defense, dedicated to upholding peace and justice throughout the galaxy. Blue sabers are associated with those Jedi who specialize in physical combat and defense, making them the most common lightsabers in the Star Wars universe. They represent those who have sworn to protect and fight for peace, with the weight of responsibility always on their shoulders. The blue blade is sharp, radiant, and unwavering, much like the Jedi who wield it.
Who uses it? Obi-Wan Kenobi's blue lightsaber was a constant throughout his life, from his early days training Anakin Skywalker to his final confrontation with the Sith Lord Darth Vader. It's a symbol of the Jedi's enduring fight against evil and their commitment to the Force's light side. Anakin Skywalker's blue saber, however, would eventually serve as a painful reminder of his fall.
Succumbed to the temptations of the dark side, his blue blade was extinguished, and the red blade of Darth Vader took its place. This transition symbolized Anakin's internal conflict and the tragic shift in his soul. In Star Wars Rebels, Kanan Jarrus, a survivor of the Jedi Purge, wielded a blue lightsaber, continuing the Jedi legacy after the fall of the Order. His blade symbolized both survival and the hope for the rebirth of the Jedi. Key moments. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Obi-Wan's final duel with Anakin on Mustafar was an iconic moment in Revenge of the Sith. His blue lightsaber, which had served him faithfully, represented not only his duty as a guardian, but the heartbreak of his failure to prevent Anakin's fall. Anakin Skywalker. Anakin's blue saber, especially during the Clone Wars, became a symbol of hope for the galaxy, but when it was ultimately used to strike down his former mentor, it marked the beginning of his dark journey as Darth Vader. The blue lightsaber represents a guardian, someone who protects, defends, and stands firm against the darkness. It is the weapon of peacekeepers, warriors who seek to maintain balance and order, and the Jedi's ultimate symbol of dedication to justice. Number 2. Green Lightsaber, the Consular's Path. The green lightsaber represents wisdom, peace, and diplomacy. Wielded primarily by the Jedi Consulars, it symbolizes those who are more focused on knowledge, healing, and understanding than physical combat. Jedi Consulars are the diplomats of the Jedi Order, seeking balance through meditation, reflection, and strategic decision-making. While the blue lightsaber represents the warrior aspect of the Jedi, the green lightsaber symbolizes a deeper connection to the Force. The wielders of the green saber are individuals who prioritize knowledge and wisdom, understanding that conflict is only a last resort. Their blade is not a symbol of aggression, but of harmony. Who uses it? Qui-Gon Jinn, the Jedi who discovered the secret of the living Force, wielded a green lightsaber in The Phantom Menace. His unwavering commitment to the Force, his independent thinking, and his disapproval of the Jedi Council's dogmatic approach made him a key figure in Star Wars lore. Qui-Gon was not bound by rules. He followed the Force as he saw fit, a true consular. Yoda, the Grand Master of the Jedi Order, wielded a green lightsaber during the prequel trilogy. Despite his small size, his green blade symbolized the enormous strength of a Jedi who embodied peace. Luke Skywalker, in Return of the Jedi, constructed his own green lightsaber as a symbol of his transition from an inexperienced learner to a fully realized Jedi Knight. His green blade represented not only his own growth, but also the passing of the torch from the old guard to a new generation of Jedi.
Key moments. Qui-Gon Jinn. His green lightsaber was pivotal in his fight with Darth Maul in The Phantom Menace. Qui-Gon's approach to combat was rooted in peace, but when he fought, it was with the full strength of his belief in the Force. Luke Skywalker. The moment Luke constructs his green lightsaber in Return of the Jedi represents a turning point for him. He's no longer the farm boy he once was. His green blade is his statement of maturity and readiness to confront the Emperor. The green lightsaber is not just a weapon, it's a tool for enlightenment, representing those who seek to guide, teach, and heal. Number 3. Red Lightsaber, the Sith's Fury. The red lightsaber is the most feared and revered weapon in the galaxy. It is the blade of the Sith, a symbol of darkness, anger, and power. Unlike the Jedi, the Sith do not forge their sabers through meditation or spiritual rituals. Instead, they bleed kyber crystals, forcing them to crack under the weight of their rage and hatred until they turn crimson. Red represents domination, control, and the embrace of one's emotions as sources of strength. Sith warriors don't hide their passions. They wield them as tools to manipulate, conquer, and destroy. The red blade is synonymous with the Sith and the dark side. Who uses it? Darth Vader, the most iconic figure associated with the red lightsaber, used his blade to strike fear into the galaxy. His saber was not just a weapon, it was a symbol of the Empire's power, a tool for subjugation. Darth Maul, with his double-bladed red saber in The Phantom Menace, demonstrated the Sith's return with a ferocity unseen before. His blade became a deadly instrument, used to cut down Jedi and symbolize the aggressive and relentless nature of the Sith. Kylo Ren's cracked red blade in The Force Awakens was a perfect reflection of his internal struggle, a torn soul caught between the light and dark sides of the Force. The unstable, flickering appearance of his saber was symbolic of the turbulence within him as he sought to join the dark side but struggled to embrace his own humanity. Key moments. Darth Maul. His double-bladed red lightsaber introduced one of the most aggressive fighting styles in Star Wars. Maul's saber was a harbinger of the Sith's return to the galaxy, and it made his fierce combat against Obi-Wan and Qui-Gon one of the most memorable duels in Star Wars history. Kylo Ren. The crackling, unstable red blade of Kylo Ren's lightsaber in The Force Awakens is symbolic of his fractured psyche, torn between following the legacy of his grandfather, Darth Vader, and his own internal conflict. Red lightsabers are the manifestation of power at any cost. They are the blades of those who seek to dominate, destroy, and impose their will on others. To wield a red saber is to embrace the dark side in all its destructive glory. Number 4. Purple Lightsaber. Balance between light and dark. The purple lightsaber is one of the rarest and most intriguing colors in the Star Wars universe. It is a symbol of moral complexity, representing individuals who stand between the light and dark sides of the Force. While Jedi consulars wield the green lightsaber for wisdom and diplomacy, and Jedi Guardians wield the blue for protection and battle. The purple lightsaber represents a balance between these two paths. MaceWindu, the most famous user of the purple saber, was a Jedi master who embraced a more aggressive style of fighting known as Vapad, which bordered on the dark side. Windu was aware of this, and rather than shy away from it, he used it as a tool to fight against the dark side without fully succumbing to it. Who uses it? MaceWindu, in Revenge of the Sith, wielded the purple lightsaber to reflect his unique philosophy, one that combined the fierce combat abilities of a Jedi Guardian with the wisdom and self-control of a consular. Windu's fighting style, Vapad, allowed him to channel his anger and emotions without losing control to the dark side. Though not explicitly evil, Windu's purple lightsaber represented his ability to balance the two sides of the Force, using his knowledge of both to protect the galaxy while walking the fine line between light and dark. Key moments. MaceWindu. His purple saber is most famously seen during his duel with Emperor Palpatine. Windu's aggressive yet controlled style reflects his philosophy and his struggle to maintain peace while fighting the dark side. The purple lightsaber is for those who are not purely one thing or another. It represents the struggle of finding balance between light and dark and the strength required to wield both without being corrupted. Number 5. Yellow Lightsaber. The Sentinel's Blade. The yellow lightsaber is the rare weapon of the Jedi Sentinels, those who balance their training in combat with a focus on investigation, security, and protection. Sentinels didn't just protect, they sought to find the truth, to uncover secrets, and to maintain order. Jedi Sentinels operated behind the scenes. They weren't focused solely on combat, nor were they philosophical, like the consulars. They served in more covert roles, often acting as spies, detectives, and protectors. Their yellow blades reflected their ability to balance strength with subtlety. Who uses it? Rey's yellow lightsaber, seen in The Rise of Skywalker,
symbolized the rebirth of the Jedi Order after its near extinction. Rey's saber marked her evolution from scavenger to Jedi and reflected the unity of the Jedi teachings as she embarked on her journey to rebuild the Jedi Order. The Jedi Temple guards wielding yellow lightsabers in the Clone Wars represented the Sentinels who served as protectors of the Jedi Temple, watching over it with a silent, vigilant presence. These guardians acted as symbols of quiet strength, ensuring the peace and sanctity of the Jedi Order. Yellow lightsabers are not associated with evil. They represent those who operate in the shadows, protecting and ensuring the safety of the galaxy without seeking glory. Number 6. White Lightsaber. Purity and Independence. AhsokaTano's white lightsabers are some of the most unique in Star Wars. Unlike traditional Jedi sabers, Ahsoka's blades were crafted from crystals she purified. Crystals that once belonged to the Sith. By cleansing these red crystals, she removed the dark side's corruption, allowing them to shine white and pure. White lightsabers symbolize purity, neutrality, and independence. Ahsoka's decision to forge her own path outside the Jedi and Sith orders reflects the symbolism behind the white saber. Who uses it? AhsokaTano, once a Jedi, wielded her white lightsabers in Star Wars Rebels and later in The Mandalorian. Her blades reflected her path of independence and neutrality. She fought for justice, but without adhering to the traditional Jedi or Sith ideologies. White lightsabers are a symbol of balance and independence. They represent those who are neither Jedi nor Sith, but who walk a path defined by their own understanding of the Force. Number 7. Orange Lightsaber. Ancient and rare. The orange lightsaber is a rare and ancient color, seen in Star Wars, The Old Republic, and Jedi Fallen Order. The orange saber represents a deep understanding of the Force, a balance of wisdom, strength, and combat. Those who wield orange blades are often Jedi or Force users who have found a personal balance between light and dark. Who uses it? Cal Kestis, in Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, wields an orange lightsaber in some timelines. His saber represents his evolving journey as a Jedi, still learning to grow into his place in the galaxy. Orange lightsabers are not associated with evil. They represent the path of self-discovery and balance. Those who wield them walk the path of learning, growing, and eventually choosing their place in the galaxy. Conclusion. From the blue blades of the Jedi Guardians to the dark and menacing red blades of the Sith, each lightsaber tells a unique story. They are symbols of the soul of their wielders, whether for peace, power, balance, or destruction. The legacy of these colors stretches across generations and galaxies, from the birth of the Jedi Order to the final battles for freedom in the galaxy. Each color represents a different aspect of the Force, a different path to follow. Whether you are a Jedi, a Sith, or someone in between, your lightsaber color reflects your connection to the Force and the role you choose to play in the universe. In the end, every lightsaber represents more than just a weapon. It is a reflection of the wielder's soul. So, whether you wield a blue blade in defense of peace or a red blade in pursuit of power, remember, The Force lives within you.